Prior to coming to the city of San Antonio, I worked for a local retail company, fairly giant company, HEB. I was with them for 23 years. I retired from them, worked a number of long days with that company, but I was very fortunate to get an offer from the city once I retired to come and work here. And 2 years after I started with the city, they started coming to me, asking me about looking for a catalog solution. I helped at that time Norbert put together an RFP, and we were very fortunate to have Vroozi included with the incumbent SAP as our selection process. And as we brought them into our demo sessions, by far, Vroozi was the top winner. I'm very glad we have made a good decision, a good choice, and we continue to work with very top quality people in terms of innovation and solutions. It was very difficult to run our procurement department the way it was running then, because everything was manual, everything was over the phone, everything was paper. So it all starts with having good fundamental contract skills. We said, what happens if along the catalog, we could insert clauses in the contract to indicate that they were going to have to provide us catalogs. We need a new solution because our current SAP solution was just not able to do that. It was very mainframe driven, not very friendly, did not use the mouse at all. It was all keyboard. And many times that catalog was either old, outdated, and when that contract did expire, it would allow them to still create contracts or catalogs without necessarily keeping track of the contract. So there were lots of issues. Accounts payable had lots of issues comparing and matching invoices. So we had to go back to the drawing board and say, you know what, this solution is just not working. For us, it was a big blessing in knowing that Vroozi was an integrated solution into SAP already. And it offered a number of key capabilities that we thought it's going to be hard to find these. We were very fortunate that Vroozi had a lot of these capabilities already out of the box. And so we were very excited. Ultimately, our decision was based on the demo that Vroozi presented to us. It not only gave us good, sound understanding of their product, but it gave me a chance to go and talk to each individual that was evaluating the product and letting them know what our vision was in using this solution as well. What we had was a list of requirements. By far, the most highest requirement that we asked for that had to be there was a federated search. The federated search that Vroozi offers is just one of a kind. And when you talk to people about it from other industries or other businesses, and we tell them the number of catalogs that we have online as well as offline, they could not believe that we were getting instantaneous seconds in response doing a federated search. So we have almost 1,000 contracts that are online that Vroozi has been hosting our current platform. And that is awesome because when they do a federated search, it goes through every one of those to see which one has those key elements that they're looking for. So that's an incredible capability. And also another key thing is that it was integrated to our ERP system. As they go in and create the shopping cart, once they click, say go, it sends all the information over to SAP, not requiring anybody to do any rekey. And I'm here to say that we're very happy. We're very satisfied with the Vroozi product. It has not only fulfilled our initial goal, but also upcoming goals that we have in the future as well. No longer is our accounts payable team looking at invoices saying, I hope this matches. They know it matches because they bought it off of a catalog. And our match rate has gone up from 30% up to upwards of an 80% match rate. On the procurement side, it helps them significantly because now they know that when they're looking at a product on the catalog, they can be rest assured that there's a contract already for that product. And Vroozi became a very common term in the procurement department. You say Vroozi to anybody in procurement, they know that it's catalog and they know it's a very serious part of our business. Price was no longer a question mark. It was a reality of knowing that that product was really going to come in at that price. The term federated search is used to illustrate a capability that Vroozi had out of the box. And what that does is that when I, as a shopper, am about to go in and look at the product that I'm wanting to purchase, and I don't know who to buy it from, I can enter the word gloves on the search bar, and it'll go out and look at it. And I know right now there's 539 items on the catalogs that exist, and it'll tell me on the left-hand side which suppliers those are. And if I have a preference on who that supplier is, I can either click on any one of them or scroll down the scroll bar to look at which one, because you can either sort it by price, relevance, or product. That's just one example where a federated search can actually look at all the available catalogs and bring up all the key elements necessary to create a cart. To give you a little history, we were not a very efficient operation. When we first implemented Vroozi in 2016, Well, after 4 years of doing that, our metrics were not where it needed to be. It took us 120 days to get catalogs uploaded. We had to go back and do a powwow with procurement saying, what is going on here? That is just way outside the normal realm of acceptance. I'm really glad to know that we have knocked that down to now 17 days. 17 days is really a dramatic drop in where we were before. And that was in 2024 when we got to 17 days. You're talking to someone here that was good, great, but I wasn't willing to go around high-fiving people because I knew that there was more work to be done. And yes, the 17 days was a big stepping stone, and everybody would come to me and say, David, that was huge already. But then we've got some other solutions that are currently underway to hopefully get that down. And I'm so glad to know that I'm working with a company like Vroozi, that they, when I came to them and asked them, can we do this, can we do that? Without a hesitation that they say, yes, we can do it. We've been very appreciative of the fact that they personally will call our staff. I'll go into staff meetings and they'll say, no, we talked to Bill, we talked to Helen, we talked to these people, and they're constantly working on these solutions for us. So I'm really glad that they have a real personal relationship with some of the people on my team as well. They understand that sometimes waiting until the next day or waiting until we get the follow-up from the right person is necessary. And so I'm really glad and I'm really thankful to be working with a team like Vroozi because it's a very professional staff. Nobody's had to tell me, go give Vroozi props or anything. It's out of my own heart. You know that their product works 100%. I mean, that is just unbelievable. Vroozi, it's a real thing.